another wonderful edition of the Timeline Podcast. This is your favorite corner on the internet where we don't just scroll past the drama. We actually grab a chair, we sit with the drama, we add the tea, we add the sugar, whatever condiments you want to add to it. Trust us, we always add it to it. And definitely, I'm the baddest. The only one to ever do it, to always bring the juice as they hot, to your timeline. Yeah, the only one and only K to the O to the O to the K to the I to the E cookie with a K. And I'm definitely not going to be the only person to be doing the dissection, breaking down, getting into the nitty gritty of the topics of the conversation of the matter. I'm not the only one who's going to be doing it. I'm joining with my most delectable co-host, Hope and IG of Lagos. How you guys doing?
Oh, I'm
I
fine.
love this so sneaky like
Something
hey.
like that.
How you doing? You guys are looking so radiant. So nice to be back here for another episode. How's the week been for you? Hmm. I'm gonna pull through, yeah. Anyways, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. And when I say housekeeping, I mean if you are watching us currently and you're not yet subscribed to us, I mean wherever you see a follow button on your social media and your thumbs are not on that follow button, like what are you doing? What exactly are you doing? Anyways, let's bring it out. Like I don't bite, yeah. Let's do this calmly. So if you're not yet following us on social media, wherever you get your G's, your details, we are definitely going to be there. So please make sure you follow us and especially subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Anyways, our conversation for today is actually going to be very spicy. It's one of the very first one we'll be discussing is always it's about somebody that is always in the news. Like if it's not in the news, like every Eke Market day, there is always something to like. Oh joy! Like there's always something to say about this person. I don't want to break, but I think you should know already. Anyways, it's your resident. What do we call him now? Resident married man.
Okay.
Resident married man in the building. Yeah, Pella and Jarvis. Their wedding ceremony is they've been legally hitched together now, and it's more like a for life thing or not.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll be here to watch as always, right? And away from that, there is also another topic that's been buzzing on the timeline this week. Like everybody has been hyped about it. It's got everybody having something to say about the subject matter, and that is about Tyler, who wants to hold a world tour, and she had to stop in Nigeria in December. And people were not having it, like, no way, this is not going to happen. That has happened. I'm very sure you also must have contributed to that conversation. And lastly, we have this topic about, how to merge. Just trying to throw a little bit of perspective to it, like how to merge you being a corporate, like a ethical 9 to 5 and being a content creator. How much of your work do you show? How much of your work life do you show? And where do you cross the boundary? And there's been this trending, I'm very sure you must have seen it on your timeline as well, where a corporate staff of a bank got fired because of our content creation activities. And yeah, it's got a lot of people having so much to say, especially now that content creation is more like a full-blown job for people now. So yeah, that'll be everything we'll be discussing on the show today. I would also love to hear from you in our comment section. We'll be going on a very quick break now, and when we get back, we'll be getting into the nitty-gritty, hot, get into the heart of the conversation. Be right back. All right, you're welcome back to the Timeline Podcast, sponsored and hosted and powered by Light Africa TV. And yes, we are back with the biggest topics that have been trending, that has been buzzing on your timeline, and we're here to definitely dissect those conversations and also read your comments about them. So first on our list for today is Pella and Jarvis wedding. Well, unless you've been living under the rock though, you will not tell me you don't know what's going on with Pella because like I mentioned earlier, every AK Markets Day, there's always something to say about him. Like
Yeah, sure.
anyways, at the end of it's been a long time coming for both of them, right? And you would only be probably living under the rock if you don't know what is currently going on with both of them as they are now legally hitched together, and the formal traditional wedding is also in progress. I think it's almost been done now. And aftermath of their legal of their court wedding, right? There's been a lot of debates because initially when they did the introduction, people thought it was more like a child's play, like okay,
Yeah.
maybe it's content, maybe it isn't real, and now it has brought people back to the conversation where they were now debating: is this love? Is this cloud chasing? Is this content? Hope. What do you think is in play here? Do you think it's a mix of all three, or it is what it is?
That's a lot.
Okay.
But I really do not want this minion to like come after me.
Let
Yeah,
them
but
come,
in
please.
my own opinion,
Say
I just
something.
I just feel I'm not going to call it love. I'll
Thank
just
you.
say he's obsessed
Hmm.
with her. You understand? Coming from the long run that he was still like a kid when he started the whole Pella Jarvis content. You understand? If we go way back, we could see he was already like clinging onto her, stuffs like that. You get. Whereas she, or like on the other hand, has her own niche, which was doing like the AI girl. So like this, there's this saying where okay, if person tell you say you know go get this thing, you go want show the person say I could get them. So I feel it's not really that okay. Maybe love can come in play maybe later because we've seen cases like this whereby a Nigerian man or let's say or two Nigerians they're getting married to themselves. One later on they'll come and oh I really did not like my husband then. It was inside the marriage that I loved him. It's we are seeing this, you understand? So for me it's just clear obsession because obviously the guy is still a kid. I'm not gonna say he's like a kid, but it's like he's growing into be a man. But then again, he has not marriage no be play. Oh.
I know.
You
I know,
don't
right?
you don't just off your camera and say lights out over and cut.
Okay.
It's an institution like whereby you get angry, you are still there. In happy moments, you are still there. So you just don't out of excitement, and then you are saying, oh, because yes, everything now is there. I have money, I have this, I have the fame, and then you are saying, oh, you have to have some level of understanding in this life. You get me? And considering the fact that he's always in the news for Omo, my dear, IG is a lot too, but for me it's clearly obsession to be honest. Because if Bella was not a controversial type or a rich man, the babe would have filed a restriction order on him.
Okay,
and
okay,
say,
okay. IG, let me bring this home to you.
My girl.
I know you have a lot to say,
Not
right?
really, but
So,
though 1001 things to say.
okay. Let me bring this down.
Once more, congratulations to you, Pella and Jarvis.
Yeah,
I wish you the very, very, very best. I owe you nothing but prayer. Yes,
Are
now,
you shading him?
I'm not shading him though, but do you
You're
know
being
what?
sarcastic.
Girl, Pella, first of all, how old is he?
It's 21.
Are you
21,
serious?
yeah.
Jeez.
I was thinking he said 25 years.
That was what Jarvis said. Jarvis
Ja-
said it's 25, but people that know his story know
Yeah.
he's actually
oh,
21.
Omolomo. I said
But,
that one.
but okay, that is why I actually wanted to ask this question. So looking at the age factor, because it is one thing that people have been holding on to with regards this,
Honestly.
according to them, this sham
Mm-hmm.
of a marriage or of a relationship. They are of the opinion that Pella is too young to want to go into an
Wow.
institution like Hope mentioned, like marriage, because it is not something you close your eyes and wake up open your eyes the next moment and say, you know what, I'm out. I'm done with this, right? So you need to have a lot of patience and everything. And yes, there's been instances where the husband or the man is younger than the woman. But in the
Yeah.
case of Pella and Jarvis, it is very, very obvious to the eye. We know Pella is not mature enough to be in a marriage.
I was saying something.
Do you
before.
do you do
Go
you
on.
agree with the age disparity? Do you think their age has nothing to do with their relationship, and you think that adults, they'll be able to handle whatever trials,
Constantly.
whatever tribulation,
To
whatever
me-
happy moments, whatever marriage as an institution
you
will
ask
bring to
me-
them? Do you think that age has a decisive factor to play, or it is what it is?
If you're putting it that way, if you say if age has factors to it, in the we've seen thousands of people
Yeah,
where you see the
definitely.
girl older than the man.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want to put it that side, it's fine. But that particular age, 21 to 25, like what did they think?
Well, sorry, but
No.
then again, we know in the Western world, you get me. Like we have cases like that. That oh yeah, for instance, our celebrity, she does a movie. I think Omoni Oboli, her kids they got married. Like one of the kids got
Yeah,
married.
very, very young.
But you know that in Nigeria, here where we are in Africa, to be frank with you, like we are all Nigerians, but
Okay.
our mentality
Level of
has not-
exposure
our
as well.
level of exposure has not
Exactly.
gotten to that part. If not for TikTok, I don't know if he has like multiple streams of income. Yeah, because he's doing well. You understand? He might have like already dive into different kind of business.
Let
to
me
give
say
him that.
something.
But you know that in West Africa, yeah,
Mm.
as at that age, marriage is not really our thing.
To me,
Yeah.
Especially as a man.
As a man,
But then again, one of the criteria they give men if you want to get married, as in your pockets must be heavy. And
Number
Pella
one,
right
no.
now, his pockets are very,
Heavy.
very, very heavy. So we
Let's-
could say, and oh sorry, I think few weeks ago we were having this conversation about the money worship culture we have in Nigeria. So
Yeah.
because you feel when somebody has money, you feel you know what, anything they do, just let it go, right? Because they have the money. With the money, they can command respect. They can command whatever it is they want to happen at that instance. And I think it is one of those things that is happening to Pella right now. His pockets are heavy. And based on conversations that people have been making, they say Jarvis is in here for the money. Because if you want to look at the timeline of their relationship from way back, we all know Jarvis was not as very, very much fascinated by him. It's
there
more
were so many
like...
clips. There were so many.
So
clips.
we know that Jarvis, at least from what we've seen from our content, we know she's not really like 100% into Pella, but Pella is the obsessed
But I
one
think
here.
now she's- I
Big
think
But then
now-
again, he has money,
I think
right?
now, right?
Yes.
And
Okay.
people are saying she is in it for the money.
To me, what I feel, fine. Let's call it obsession.
Yeah,
Fine. Let's not forget this girl. She's like
currently
she's in.
pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah,
And again, maybe
Allegedly, please, because
yes.
it's not being
allegedly.
confirmed.
Yes, please,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
it is girl.
Allegedly.
When-
Although we can see it, but
It is,
allegedly,
Bele as
it
in no.
hasn't been confirmed, right?
Okay.
Please.
You understand? So,
But she also know people are talking about it, that if she's pregnant or not, right?
yeah.
But I'm just saying it's fine. What am I diving into? Because from the look of things, this particular girl, maybe our own thoughts, say like let me okay. Say girls, if they don't get belay like this for man now, they'll be like, let them run, may they do something for my. Do you understand?
They rush
But do you
small
think
thing
it's
for my
actually Jarvis that pushed for this?
head. No,
Do you
I-
think it is?
It
No.
can never be Jarvis.
Definitely, that is
as
it.
at now, right?
can
What
never
I-
be
It can't
that
be
girl.
Jarvis pushed. Well, we can't say, but I don't think it is Jarvis.
As
Oh,
at,
wow.
as at now, what I see in her, because I think based on our conversations, I've been kind of trying to keep up with her. She's becoming to backs or marks into it's like into the reality that I'm already
You know
in, I'm
what?
already in. So I think currently she's at the stage of let me grow to love him.
Acceptance,
She
like
made a post before like her wedding, few hours to her wedding, where she was saying, and to those of you saying, bringing the past into the see, I feel it's just okay. She's now becoming self-aware. I'm already in for it. I'm in. But then again, on see,
Sorry to cut
I'm
you.
only-
Sorry to
okay.
cut you. If I may ask, do any of us know like when they started this relationship? Like
it's been a long time.
it has
coming.
always been like on and off. Honestly, I still couldn't believe it
because
when
you know
news
thousands
came out
of,
that they
thousands
were
of people that have
together.
called Pella. Even VDM have to call him one on one. He say he
Yeah.
don't tire. Talk like brother.
No, even on the case of where he actually crashed his car, I think there was a video going around that VDM was like, if Bella had died in that what's it called accident,
In that crash.
Nigerian, we know we
Uh-uh.
Nigerians, we are very like we are hypocrites in the sense
24
that
hours. I'm not
we
even
will
getting into
switch
24
it
hours.
that Jarvis, if that boy had died, everything that he has done for you, Kiniko, you
I think she
but
said
then
something like
again,
that, so though.
VDM made us understand something that Jarvis, you can see clearly that this relationship is toxic. That if he was an elder brother to Jarvis, that he would give you a street like I don't want to see you 6 feet close. You understand? Like if this guy is here, you go the other way. You understand? So, and I think, and in the sense of they are married now, and if along the line she now starts experiencing some kind of toxicity in the marriage, she won't be able to cry out wolf
You think-
because
you
she
think-
won't be able.
You want
at
to tell me that you've
first-
not like she's
No, at-
experiencing it.
see,
There are
at
some
first-
videos I saw. You need to see the way Pella, those two.
No, and again,
Ah,
yes, that draws
omo.
me back to a
Okay.
statement that was sorry to say.
Okay.
That draws me back to like to a statement I saw on Twitter. The guy was like, "Why are we all crucifying Pella? That
Hmm.
we are all saying Pella this, Pella that. That
And because
Jarvis
it's a
the
Bella
girl.
that, Bella that.
See, the
I
two
feel
of
like
them are
they're
the
both
same
red flags.
thing.
They're both red flags.
Yeah.
That's
the
just
word.
it. They're
That's
both
just
red
the, like
flags.
that's just it. So nobody can. Oh, if she go, who will tolerate this my character?
Okay, so to
This-
buttress your point, this
Okay.
brings me to this idea of how they've commodified what marriage means to them and what marriage is as an institution, and how they've kind of monetized their own marriage. We saw the story of how much they were selling their Ashwebi,
1
the
million.
call for the cows and everything. Like, now, this brings me back to something you mentioned, that if eventually she's going through some hard times in her marriage, that she would not be able to speak
She
out,
won't.
because, and this is based on the fact of how how the timeline of their relationship has been. That was why when I
Exactly.
saw the news that they were together, I was okay, is this another skit? Like, is this for real?
Because I was also
And
thinking
even
maybe
till
it's
when they
clout
started,
chasing too.
even
Or
till when they
content.
posted the video of their introduction, I still could not believe it, because they are known for that. That both of them are known for pulling stunts like that as and masking it as content, and up to the
Yeah.
point of them monetizing their own wedding and cashing out from it. Anyways,
Did you watch the court wedding?
I did.
Is
Okay,
it?
okay, yes. So this is the controversial part where it got everybody buzzing on the timeline, and when everybody had something to say. So I think the official was reading out some of the
Laws.
obligations,
Yeah.
the laws, and they mentioned something about if any one of the party violates this
The
law,
laws.
they'll be going to prison. And
5 years-
Fa-
5 years
Pella was like,
imprisonment.
it was like,
Any pain.
hey.
So meaning you've
So
not even gone to
this
the
means
road.
that
Aw.
this means that you actually went ahead to get married legally without knowing
Who
what
even gave him that advice
exactly,
for that court
without
wedding?
knowing what
If
exactly
at
you are
all, I
walking
would have just
into.
wished it well. That traditional marriage.
It's okay.
For cases like that, they should
'Cause
have
you
like
always
they should have
misbehave.
like a prenup. And I
Yeah.
think that's where the
Does
management comes in.
Does Pella know what a prenup is?
That's where
He
the
does not
management
know.
comes
Does he
in.
know?
Olodo
The
uprising.
management, I don't.
Dumb. I don't. Honestly, this is so interesting. Anyways, back to the wedding content. Anyways, their wedding is
It's done and
It's
dusted.
done and dusted,
Very
and
nice. Everybody has to. I must attend that wedding. If they don't give you invites, you small.
yeah. I saw
Honestly.
the comment where he said the men that were following they should not come in Lexus and all of that. What
Yeah.
is not, but
But apart from
anyways,
that, I just feel he's upset. You think marriage is like a day?
mm,
Marriage is not. It's an institution, no.
it's,
Yeah,
it's a
Nigerians
real
will definitely
institution.
be here. We'll fold our legs. And we'll
Anyways,
watch.
I just want to read a
When
little
the
bit
time
of
comes.
comments
Okay.
from the timeline about what people said about their whole marriage,
You're scared to
right?
say
I'm
it.
scared.
Anyway, so somebody says that when he was asked the question of when they got to the parts of where the prison was mentioned, he was so surprised. This person said that this fella look like person wey no know wetin he don enter. Oh. So any small mistake wey you make like this, na prison straight.
Yes, now. And there was a video of then Javi saying, so if I marry through courts
Mm,
and
that old clip came
That
back.
old
Yeah, I
clip
saw
came
it.
back,
I
so-
saw it.
I shall wish them well,
Internet
sha.
never forget.
That,
Never
see,
forget.
this
That's the
this person.
blueprint.
Okay, right now, a comment to that. This person says that people really they dig things. Oh, the internet has zero chill and zero memory loss.
Yes,
Honestly.
now.
Simple.
The internet never forget.
They
That's
never
like the
forget.
blueprint,
And
to be honest.
this brings us back to the statement you said Jarvis made, that I think she's trying to now live in the reality that said,
Yes.
you people bringing up my past in the
Past.
pie.
Mm.
Anyways, wishing you love
You know me
and
too.
light
Don't bring my
and
parts for me, oh. 'Cause I
strength.
won't take it.
Like, she needs both of them need a lot of strength. They
Support.
need a lot of grit to get through
Honestly.
what they put themselves through, right? Anyways, I was here from you in the comment section. What do you think of the marriage between Pella and Jarvis? Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, so for this next topic, it's about Tyler, the South African Grammy winning artist
I just
who
wait.
recently
Just
released
wait.
who recently released a album titled A Pop, right? Is it A Pop? What's it called? Yeah, A Pop. And she also released dates for A Pop World Tour. And amongst the dates, the cities that she would be touring, we saw that Lagos, Nigeria was listed for
The
the
audacity for me.
That's not even the word. She get mind though.
We saw Lagos listed for a leg of the tour for 22nd of December. She wants to come and enjoy our
my
Dirty
God.
December
Oh my
vibes and
God.
everything. And seeing that sparked a lot of outrage online, and this is following the xenophobic attacks by South Africans on other Africans living in South Africa to leave their country. And this has made people, come out to speak against it. We have people like VDM, like Dotun, like a lot. In fact, even Senator Natasha, she had something to say that she's going to work with the government to ensure that she does not get a visa, she does not step into
Omo.
Nigeria. And
Yes.
Like
this
they
brings
love.
this brings the timeline to the debate between if this is a moment of active or selective activism or solidarity as a people, right? What do you think of this whole issue? And right now, Tyler has actually cancelled it. Like she has removed
Definitely.
Yes,
Lagos
she
from
won't.
our
Bam.
tour.
I trust Lagos. I say Lagos. I trust Lagos Stout. Agberos.
See, apart from that, right?
Yeah.
It's even a threat to our life because
Mm.
do you know
Of
what
course
those
it is
people
It's
now.
have
it's actually the
been-
audacity for me.
It's the
and
audacity, like, for
Xenophobic.
real.
Oh.
Honestly,
Hmm.
because when issues happen sometimes, especially like political issues or societal issues, whereby people expect celebrities to speak up, and this is because of the platform that they have, and they
Yes.
expect them to use that platform to influence, to turn the tide of thing at least favorably. And we have a pop star like Tyler, who is from South Africa, where people, South Africans were xenophobic to other Africans in their country, and she had nothing to say. And she had nothing to honestly, and she had nothing to say about it. And people were like, "Oh, she could have spoken up,
Spoken out.
right? She could have said something about it."
Yeah.
And she just think that it was very, very
She didn't
much.
want to be
She
cancelled
thought
in her
she
own
thought it
country.
was
Mine.
okay, and she deemed it okay, or her management or her brand thought it's okay for them to include Lagos. Like, I think it would even be very, very crazy for her to include any other African country in our
See,
tour.
like,
For
I'm
real.
not-
Because it's
I'm
not
even
nice.
going to fault her first.
Okay.
I'm going to fault the people that actually saw the because obviously before you're going to put out something,
People
you're
would have
very
seen,
bored.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like my question still remains:
Like, is there
who
infantry
is
for
the
me?
management that approved that project and say yes?
She can
include-
come.
Oh my God!
Have they forgotten about the brutality? It's not even. It has not even gotten to
See,
anywhere.
Not
Mm.
even that. Even as we speak, even right now, there are a lot of brutality even still happening in South Africa.
Yeah,
Yes, now.
I see
It's just because it
videos,
has smacked down
yeah.
that we're
Cold
not seeing it.
blood.
Mhm.
They are killing people not even only Nigerians, you understand?
Mm.
As at this point, the
Africans.
whole, like, let's say UN is supposed to like even put a sanction on South Africa,
Mhm.
and them themselves, they don't know what's coming up for them. To be honest,
They
don't
don't
what's
know.
come.
They
Like,
don't
they
know.
don't know.
They don't
They
know.
think okay because March for March people must go. Even their economy is going to even suffer. You understand?
It's suffering
It's going
already.
to,
They're
like,
already
it's-
making
it's going
complaints.
to
It's
suffer.
suffering already.
So Tyler then coming up and then saying she wants to tour Lagos. Like, who the
You
fuck
see,
are
the,
you?
you see the style of the thing. I was so pained when I heard she cancelled it.
Oh, you were like, you should have come now. That kind of energy.
Omo.
You should have come.
That was what led me to say it's
Then
a
it should
threat
have,
on her
then
life.
could have
She
used her as
doesn't
a
know.
scapegoat.
That's just the
Honestly, I
thing.
trust, especially Lagosians. I trust them when
She
they have to
doesn't
do
like
that
that.
one.
It's a threat on her life because
Mm.
some people that they're very extreme.
Yeah.
You don't know people mind though. You understand? You don't know what people can go like to.
People would have not
extreme-
even
And
said-
people have
would not
already
even said anything,
expressed
would have
that
just waited.
their opinions that they do not want this to happen.
No,
Like
now.
it should not even be happening. And in fact, comments, the timeline was very, 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 very hot. And I'll just read a little bit of comments and okay. Anyways, this particular person said that the same Tyler who kept mute when South Africans accused Nigerians of poisoning her. You know, when she and Thames and Ira Star were together at that point in time, there was this
drink something
going on that the drinks
Yeah.
were poisoned, and she didn't say anything to debunk it. So this person, IG people, this person said if she mistakenly enter Niger, Makachi, she will regret it
Honestly,
instantly.
It's from the airport. It's from the airport.
Instantly. And this person also said that we have many innocent Nigerians that suffered ugly fates in the hands of your people and nothing was said. Please respectfully stay in your country with your silence. This is not the time for this, right?
Yeah.
But then again, let us also bring it home. Do we also expect that whenever issues like this happen, maybe political issues, do we expect every celebrity to speak up, or
Mm,
They must not.
since
because I
they
feel like
must not, you understand. But
it's
then
half and
again,
half,
Mm-hmm.
right?
yeah. But then again, they can just at least it's not like per se saying every time you get. They
Mm,
can just maybe put out a tweet because that's where most everybody likes go to get
Mm.
information.
Mm.
You get that kind of thing, especially the ones that has done collaborations with them.
mm,
You understand?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
if you like, yeah, because you obviously have like an extended fans there. You understand that okay,
Mm.
they can
True.
listen to you, e.g. Davido, and I like what he
Mm.
did on the. There was a show
The
he
world
performed,
tour
something like
perform
that,
World
something
Cup
like that,
performance rather,
something like
yeah.
so you can actually talk. You understand? And again, there is something that even happened, even with like some people that are not like more aware of it. I
Mm.
think they brought in their minister of I think interior or foreign something to come
Mhm.
and strong
Yeah, say something.
say something to our more they were toasting it from one office to another. It was I think they just gave it to one like a low class person to just
They
attend to.
deserve
Yeah.
it.
So
Maybe they just did it, I beg.
Okay, anyways, that's kind of end the debate right now because at least it's more like a win for us.
Yes.
Our
yeah,
tour in Nigeria is
definitely.
cancelled. It's not going to
cancelled.
But I will
happen.
I'll continue saying I feel so pained. She would have just come.
Hey. Anyways, in the comment section, we want to hear from you. Do you think it was actually a good thing for her to cancel our tour in Nigeria, or she could have been very strong-headed and still come to Nigeria? We want to hear your thoughts about that. I'll be going on a very quick break, and when we come back, we'll be discussing our very last topic for this episode. Thank you. Anyways, so welcome back to the Timeline podcast. And this very last topic is quite a juicy one because right now on social media, everybody is a content creator, everybody is an influencer,
Even me
right?
too.
Even IG of Lagos
Guess
is a
so.
content creator.
Clark,
Hope is a content creator.
Yeah.
I am a content
Of
creator.
course.
But
Of
at
course.
what point do we draw the line between, being a content creator and protecting your work
Question mark.
ethics and, compliance and all of those corporate jargons that come with, working a 9 to 5. So this is a story involving a popular content creator known as Get Ready With Me, Becca or Rebecca. She works with a bank, a financial institution, a bank, and right now she's been fired. Yes, she got
No.
fired.
Not fired. Don't
But
use
like
not
she
fired.
was asked to
she was
write
asked
to
So,
resign, but
yeah,
that's more like
there's a
they
difference.
fired
You
her.
understand? There's a difference between because I work in the corporate world, so there's like difference between resigned and then you've been fired. You understand?
I
You
know.
being fired is
I
you
know.
receiving a letter from the
I know,
management.
but
It does not mean it's
no,
still the
in
same
this
thing, though.
context, it's more like the
Yes, fired,
company.
they like they fired her,
It's
like,
more like the company trying
Whatever
to
works
make
for
it.
them, but for me, she resigned. You
Okay,
She
Yeah.
resigned, but at the request of the company. There's difference between voluntary resignation and the company asking you to resign. If a
But-
company is asking you to
sorry.
resign, I feel like they're
But do
giving you
you
the
know-
easy way
Yeah,
out.
like that's why, like that still brings us back to like she wasn't fired. You
Okay.
know that if she had not come out to the public and told us that she was asked to
Resign.
resign, you wouldn't have known. So in your next job, because there's a policy whereby you go to interview like, okay, why did you leave your previous job? You say, oh, I was fired.
No,
That's a
not-
red
I
flag
know,
as
I know,
well.
I know.
So
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if she
yeah.
had not
I
come,
know,
so,
but
no,
Okay.
calm down. So if she had not come out to tell us she was asked to resign, you understand? You won't even know. But then again, that still draws back to the whole content ish.
Okay.
That.
Okay.
Okay.
That's just it for me.
anyways, I use the word fired based on the context of the story because the company asked her to write a resignation letter. So in quote and unquote, indirectly telling her, Ogbeni, get out of here, man.
Move.
Anyways, so this is what happened. She is a content creator and she films a lot of Get Ready With Me, dancing videos in the banking hall, our office, everywhere, to the point whereby the company felt she started exposing some sensitive data. And you know how it is in the corporate world, especially in finance, whereby there are compliance in place, there are some risk mitigation guidelines in place whereby you can't just mistakenly expose customer data, those kind of thing. And in some of our videos, those things were evident. So she's been called to order, like she's gotten a warning like once or twice, and she still kept on with it. And now she came online to say, oh, because the narrative was now about, oh, they fired me, or like I was asked to resign because of my content creation. So, but this brings us to the point whereby, at what point do people who are content creators who also work in a corporate setting or a typical 9 to 5 draw the line between knowing what kind of content to put out, especially when they are recording in their office setting, and what not to put out? Because definitely, as a financial institution, they have their code of conduct whereby, things you can do, things you can't do. And I feel like most offices are now kind of very lenient now, where they allow people to film content. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, see, I feel I saw based on this conversation, there were some people who also brought up the argument that, oh, this bank is firing their own content creator staff, while another bank is
Yes,
promoting.
ironing.
No, they have a staff who also does
Okay.
content, but like they give her more recognition. So it's more like it's a contract. Like, somebody's saying yes to this and this other person is saying no to this. But for content creators themselves, at what point do you think they blur the line between what needs to be posted and what shouldn't be posted?
Okay, so I think I'll take it from the top.
Okay.
You understand? So on Becca case,
Mm-hmm.
you understand? I follow her content. You understand? So I really, maybe I missed it, but the only particular video I saw of her where they said, like, they claimed she was on the banking hall and all of that, was just with one of their staff. They were dancing. So let me take it from the top. Where she was called into DC, this is like disciplinary committee.
Mm.
When she was called into was when we all know, like, even me, sometimes I do some kind of content like that. I say, is it for Eba, is it for, you get, where, okay, there was a, let me use myself as an example. Where I worked before, they
As a
increased
case
our,
study.
as a case study, they increased our salary, but we just, I'm like, I'll put it out there, we just 5,000 naira. It's unfair. You understand? So she was a contract staff. If you know contract staff for bank, my dear, you pity them. You understand? So they increased their salary, but I think with maybe like 10,000 or something like that. So she called them out. You understand? But the fact again that remains that, oh, she made her workplace open. You get, so people already knew, oh, this bank increased their salary
Yeah.
with 10,000. So that was already, and that was like on the line. You get that kind of thing. So she was calling to DC, and then when they asked her, if you watch her video,
Yeah.
they asked her is a very, I would put that like, is a very mean or stupid question.
Oh, wow.
They asked her, who is your father?
Oh, yes,
What-
yes,
wetin
yes, yes. They
concern my
said,
papa and
who is
my
your dad?
work?
How did you get
Honestly.
this
How
job?
did you get this job?
Mm.
How? She said she merited it just like every other person.
Got
You
it.
understand? So get the right fact. They were not mad at her doing content. They were mad that she spoke up that salary was increased by 10,000 naira. Guess what? After that called out, or will I say put out, they increased salary, and she was among people
Life's
that,
good. Life's good.
like they increased it much. You understand? She was happy. After that, a year later, she was given promotion. Me and you know that if it's like on a normal corporate setting, somebody will sit on her case that this girl will not be promoted. So her content life and her corporate life was different. You understand? It's not the same thing. I tell people that why she was fired is because they don't like the kind of content she makes. Me seated like right here, immediately I sign a contract on any company I'm working with, and I start like going to work every day and like all of that. Once I start getting my colleague number, I block you off my status. Even if I leave,
Big,
even
I was
till
going
now,
to that big
I
point.
leave even till now. The companies that I've left, they don't see unless I let you see what you want to be seen. Like I don't, you don't come into my private life. But you know,
But
TikTok
that's
is
what
just,
happens when you're a
understand? I'm
content
coming.
creator.
TikTok is just like a public space where everybody sees. Let's use Donna
And how people
Donna
download videos
Donna
too.
as a case study when she was still in banking school with UBA. Do you know that Tony Elumelu's child said that there's a particular girl on TikTok always saying UBA, UBA. And at that point, UBA started gaining momentum, you understand? Yes, they have the whole thing, but their online presence wasn't very strong.
Yeah.
But Donna made it happen that even on TikTok, people were looking forward to her content. Let's go back to Tega Clifford. She has left FCMB because most people think she's still in FCMB.
Oh,
she's not with FCMB. She's
yeah.
with, like, because she's with another company that has like a street policy. The bank Becca works with, we don't know their policy because obviously she's putting her content, and then yes, she's just where I work before. There's a policy. Now me even use my hand print them during work hours. No use of phone. It's an engineering firm. You understand that kind of thing. So, but then again, I was like, we do work orders on what's it called, cars and all of that. Our phone now we take they use the work on. But like, okay, there are some kind of times you need, so you already
Your
know that there's
phone,
no
yeah.
phone during work hours. You understand? So maybe on their policy those were not stated, because now
Exactly.
everybody now leverage on social media for everything. You understand? And then there's a point again somebody made on Twitter that
Okay.
said, if it's some other banks, they will take her to a course for cyber security and tell her, oh, this and this are what
What
you
to
can
do.
put out and what you cannot put out. And then they will change her from being an operations person to a social media or corporate comms, because that's where this person you get. So there are ways to, if na abroad we dey, they go fire person like that unless
They
you
won't
don't do
now.
over.
I
Okay,
feel- I feel that
anyways,
stuff is
anyways,
not,
for this
it's actually not
story,
good.
it's not she has not been called to order once or twice or thrice. She's been called to order multiple times, and on different
not
occasions.
not
Oh.
content.
On
Get
different
the-
occasions,
we should
and
get
it
the
is particularly
point.
about the kind of content she's putting out. And she was eventually asked to tender her resignation because she has been inappropriately exposing our workplace. That was the reason they gave.
Have you seen Donna's?
Imagine.
Can I ask you a question? Have you seen Donna's
No,
page
I've not.
where Donna walks in with camera and her boss is working?
But you
and
know,
say, "Please,
companies
she
are
said-
different.
Wait, sorry, she said,
That is-
she said, friends, please help me watch over my boss. I'm coming. The boss will be like, what's this? You get? I know that companies are different.
Companies
Yeah.
are different.
Companies
You
are
might want to do
different.
this in a
But-
particular
but-
firm,
but
and it
for-
will not work
but-
for you in
No,
another
No, no,
place.
no. But let's
See,
get this right,
They
right?
are not happy with her content. She
And she
does
should
this
have just
trench-
toned it down.
She does
Like
these trenches.
But
content.
fine. Oh, can you
They
just
are not-
understand? Because, like, according to what Cookie said,
Okay.
it's not the first time, second time, third time. Like,
Just
they
no,
don't too
they don't
purple
want
you.
it.
I
don't
understand. Even
want
me, like
it.
in my PPA, you know, I work like in a first
Yes.
PPA. By rights, I'm not supposed to be like, if you go to my TikTok, be like, there are contents I will
That
do.
you post. Yeah.
There's one particular content I was even doing, like somebody passing me on uniform, and there was CCTV camera everywhere. My boss have to call me. I have to go upstairs. Like, why
Did you?
why were you doing video? And they saw the video on TikTok.
Hey, the
My
girls.
girl, now once they carry me go show sell. No, like it was no when I told him that I'm into this blah 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 blah, blah. And like like at first I was thinking that I've done something that is wrong, but he said it's fine. You can do whatever thing you want to do, in as
But-
far as you don't expose
Mhm.
some certain
Okay.
things.
That is
Fine,
that
you
is
tell
their
me,
argument.
You bring it to my notes like this is and these are the things and the
Have
things you
have
can do.
watched Becca? Are you like? Do you follow her on TikTok?
No,
To
I
say-
don't.
Yeah, like I'm coming from a
But that is-
perspective
that
of
is
where I
of-
follow her. You understand? She does content mainly in her house. Do you know that this babe has people that wakes her up because she be like she give me my number, say wardrobe team, alarm team, so time team. She does content mainly on her house. Most of the videos you see sometimes are bathroom videos. You understand? Her bathroom. I follow her. Like I kind
But
of like
fine,
resonate
it
with
is-
her
it
own
is what it
content.
is,
You
oh.
understand?
Mm.
You get me? On the other hand, Tega, you like in a new space now. I guess they have this no camera policy. So has because that one too now very 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 strong social media addict and content something too. But now on a new space, she only shows she does her decks maybe with her friends when she has like branding and then be like oh and so the person give us like so thing. Let's just take you granola. She doesn't really do a lot, but in her house she does a lot of content. You get, but she still goes to work. I'm still standing on my two toes that the bank Becca works for don't like the kind of content she makes. She makes trenches videos like okay get ready with me. They are
Okay,
putting
okay,
obele,
okay,
obele.
okay,
You see
okay.
that kind of thing.
Okay, let's get
that's
into the
just the
timeline.
OP.
Let's get into the timeline. And this person says that the bank she works for was overly patient with her. Didn't she read their social media use policy? See, I don't care if yeah, that is her personality, right? But this is a 9 to 5. This is a corporate work that is keeping your body, spirit, and soul together at least for at that point in
Honestly.
time. And if this is what they say they don't want, you have to stick with it. It doesn't matter if you can keep your content out of this symbol. If they have said you are inappropriately exposing or they are exposing company information and details, it's just best for you to just know what, just let it go for your own sake, unless you're no longer interested in that job, and that's to show the way out. And this comment, I actually love this comment as well. This person says that the contentification of everything these days, you're at work, content, in the toilet, content, no sense of moderation and decorum. Everything is content and has to go online. Honestly, I feel like at this point, people who do content are honestly, I feel like they're doing a lot. They're doing too much. There are some people who naturally wouldn't even want to be in your content. And you'll be seeing people like you see some people's vlogs, some people's content, and you see
Yeah.
people when
Videoing,
you'll be
yes,
seeing
I
like
understand.
and you'll be like, did they get permission from these people that I'll be filming? Like some people will just come. I've had cases where people just come to my phone, just shove a mic in front of me, like, hey, I'm like, excuse you, what are you doing? So I just feel like, you know what, whatever it is that we do, we need to like at least tone it down, have a
You should
little,
get a
have
good
some
job.
sense of decorum, but at least she's gained that popularity, she has the following, and now I think
She has the following
she
right
can
from time.
fully,
I feel bad for her, honestly.
anyways,
Speaking.
but she can fully no stand 10 toes down now in our content creation business, and it's definitely gonna boom, yeah. So rooting for her, but
You never can
I'm
tell.
rooting for
next
big
time
time.
next time you find
Big
yourself in
time.
a corporate space, just make sure that you know their rules, their compliance policy, everything, so that you don't go against their code of ethics, rules and conducts and regulations, everything, all in the name of content. Don't go and lose your stable job. You hear me?
Well,
So
well, Becca, wherever you are, love and light, I'm rooting
okay,
for you.
in the comment section, we want to hear from you. Do you think the bank was wrong for letting Becca go,
Yes, you are very wrong.
Cherry, cherry,
or
cherry.
Becca, clock it, girl? She's that girl. Is the bankless, right?
Yes, yes. So it's the bank loss. Yes, yes. To be honest, 101%.
Anyways,
yeah.
I believe we've had a very interesting and wholesome
Very,
conversation
very.
today, right from the start to the almost ending now. It's not been boring, never a boring moment here on the
It's
timeline
never
with us.
been.
You know how it is, yeah. Right, and we definitely cannot wait to do this with you again. I am very, very excited that I get to, discuss this, have this moment with you and with my wonderful co-host as well, right? And that is where we are going to be drawing a wrap, a curtain on today's episode. Would love to see you again. Make sure you're subscribed to us on social media, especially on YouTube.
Yeah.
Click that subscribe button,
So
okay?
come.
Click
And
it,
even
tap
on
it.
your post notifications.
Yes, so that
also,
when
whenever
you
we post,
Mhm.
you can always see our content fast. Yeah.
You
Sharp,
heard
sharp.
it. You heard
Yeah.
it. You heard that. You heard it. Okay. Thank you very much. I remain your wonderful host, the baddest, the one and only to ever do it, to bring all of the juicy details on your timeline to your front, in the front of the camera.
Yeah,
K to
thank
the O to the
you.
L to the K to the I to the E, cooking with a K. And I leave you in the hands of my wonderful co-host.
Until
IG
next
of
time.
Lagos.
See you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.